Okay, so this is the G76 threading code, and this is all the information that's going to be on the lines. Of course, you probably already know this, but I guess I'll throw it anyway. You want to put semicolons at the end of all the lines, but just I don't think I did that on the last video I made with the G71. I think it was G71 I did. But anyway, so this is what each of those things are. This is number of finish cuts, 01 through 99. And then the next two, this is, to be honest, I don't know if I have this exactly right, but this is what I wrote down today in class. Full thread is 10, half thread is 05, and then no thread is 00. And it could be 00 through 99 according to my 29th edition machinist handbook. Angle of thread in degrees, so that's 60 degrees. Don't use decimal points. You'll see that according to my book and according to my teacher, different spots you don't want to use decimal points, although some of them you can. In fact, maybe you're even supposed to. I'm not super familiar with this. I've written it in programs a little bit, but this is kind of just to give people an idea, and it helps me learn doing these videos, so that's why I'm doing this. Minimum cutting depth, so that's 1,000th. That's what the Q is, and then R, the first R up here. Actually, there's two Q's and two R's, but anyway, not to get confusing. Stock left on for finishing, so that's how much you're going to leave on 1,000th. After roughing, you're still going to have 1,000th on to take off. So then X, this is actually your minor root of thread. So that's actually, if you follow the line down the arrows that I made, your minor root from here to here. That's your minor root. Next is Z minus, so you're starting at your 0 point, which would typically be at the end of this is supposed to be, I know it's not really neat, but it's supposed to be threads, and this is basically your part right here. So this is your 0 point on here. This is Z0, and X0 would be right in the center. Oops, I don't think I got that in the video. Right in the center. Again, if you're looking this up, you probably already know that. But anyway, your length of thread, starting at the 0 point, that's your coordinates off of the Z0. So you're going negative because you're going into the part. And then X is not negative, it's positive because you're going up away from X0. So that's length of thread. So that's how far you're going to go with the thread on the Z axis. So you're going to go that way. So yeah, length of thread from face. This is, I call it the face because it's what they call it when you come in to make the part, you face off. So that's what I mean by face. Face 0 point. And then after that is R, and in this case 00. Amount of taper over total length per side used for pipe threads. A pipe thread, I was going to draw that, I forgot. Used on pipe, used on like brass pipe, steel pipe, where there's, you know, like threads up to like here. This is your pipe. And in plumbing they use these. I did some plumbing work, and you know, a lot of it now is like PEX and copper, but you know, there's your threads, and see how there's like a slight taper. This is probably exaggerated. It's probably very, almost unnoticeable, but it's got a little bit of a taper. That's what that has to do with if you wanted to put a taper on it. So that wouldn't be 00 if there was a taper. If there was a taper, let me look that up right away here. Actually, I don't know what it would be. So if you have a question about that or anything else, leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you, or you can figure it out on your own. I mean, what the heck? I'm giving you all this for nothing. What do you want? So then next is height of thread. That's the P. In this case, it's 54 thousandths. Do not use decimal point. So this is one of those that, oddly enough, you don't want to use decimal point, and I'm putting one. Actually, I think that's how my teacher wrote it. Yeah, I don't know. I got that from somewhere, but yeah, according to my machinist handbook, you're not supposed to use a decimal point for that. So yeah, height of thread, you follow my little line here over, right there. That's your thread height from the inside to the outside. I could say more on that, but without complicating it, just finish up here. So then your second cue here is Q01. So depth of first pass. Also do not use decimal point. Depth of first pass. Let me see what else I can say about that. Actually, I'll just show you right in the book. Oh, well, you can see it, but that's where I got some of the information that I got. And then I'll scroll down a little here. Give you a little better idea. To some of the things that I'm taught in class and some of the things that I learned on the job, and then some of the things that I get from the book here and from other stuff over the internet and notes that the teacher gives, it can vary a little bit, but it give you a pretty good roundabout idea. Really, the best way to learn is to just go right into it and figure it out. That's really, because I mean, honestly, when I first started with this, I had no idea. I was completely lost. It was like learning a different language, but now it's kind of like I have a pretty good idea what things do. But there's probably things that these will do that I'm completely unaware of. Just haven't come across it yet. Now F, that's your feed rate. Also thread lead. You got to get that right to make the threads right. Otherwise, you're going to be feeding too fast or too slow, and it's going to mess your threads up. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, and I'll answer it the best I can, or yeah, pretty much. Otherwise, you're on your own. So, yeah, leave me a comment.